enche bia no mo ne agite nanu ya former technical director Rene Hiddink enso at the heart akopiem ewo FIFA na FIFA awie almost has in $150,000 and from ma urano na latest by 8th of August 2025 anya sa de wo bia no omo de beba na urai no ye adwuma ma hatchfolk na has a terminate contract no na no na owura na lawyer David Ewuni echechem die ntia asem no eba na baby asem ni free ekopie mu wo FIFA ani se die sitie me pa chutie.
I think he was recruited by Accra Hearts of Oak I think in June 2024 he on a 3-year contract as a technical director, but 8 months later the club sacked him for no apparent reason. They didn't give any explanation at all, just called him into a meeting and told him that his job was terminated. So he came to me, and because of the international nature of this claim, I had to take it before FIFA's football tribunal, which is based in Miami. It was a bit of a risk because Rene's job was as a technical director at Accra, and no other case of a technical director coming before FIFA has ever won before. Firstly, I had to show that this case should be heard by FIFA, and secondly, that as well as being a technical director, he was actually employed as a coach as well, although it didn't state that in his employment contract. And FIFA agreed with me on both both of the arguments I put forward, and they come back very shortly saying that he'd won his case and that Accra had to pay all of the remaining salary due to Rene for the 3 years. It's a significant sum, it's 6 figures, so it's a lot of money and it's in US dollars.
Yes, and Rene lawyer no. David Winnie HMO say has papa ne 3 years nemum omo amana anya adwuma na ono an say omo ayine di omo kan say contract no na ehun sesem ekopie mu a decision we aba na hatchfolk any owura no na omo ntem etesen eyeden na ensem we etimi adidi mu a akodu so say has anya honest to Rene.
In a word, nothing. They just said he was called into a meeting by the CEO of the club, I think a guy, Vincent Odd. They told him that basically he's sacked. They gave him no reason, whether he was doing well or not doing well, just that was the reason. But they asked him to make it so that the club wouldn't have to pay any money, that it was by mutual agreement. They wanted, I think, a written agreement that he was being sacked, or he was losing his job, and both parties had agreed to it, which Rene was not going to agree to. So Rene just called the meeting to an end and said, no, this isn't going to happen. And Rene then contacted me, and that's where we're at now. So the club, to be honest, has been less than honest in all of this. Wow. They could have come to me. I sent email after email to Vincent and the chairman. Is it Togby? I sent emails to both of them saying, we need to sort this out. We need to come to an agreement. Firstly, is Rene actually been sacked? Because it was very vague in the way they'd gone about it. They just didn't respond to me. They just ignored me. So Rene was left with no other choice but to go to FIFA. He tried to contact the club and they just wouldn't respond. So it's to be honest, it's the club's own fault that it's.
Yes, I see. Omo try saying common has because about omo can be omo fi omo has na a trust akwan we the among Pepe hatchfolk as a nansen FIFA issues no yados wo kai omo ne adibi ase de no omo ne agite de be na we abeto so den hatchfolk ense the ni competent men a be handle omo issues amomo omo run the club no interest no wo for na den and e cost wo hatch because he say $150,000 latest by 8 August 2025.
We pay me that say na omo mo house no from the board chairman ebesi ni two trusted apparatchiks no babesi the current MD why you Manchester kakra ne ade no untimi ntranga se di nimi omunim but ya na Hearts of Folk company for no mostly womu cramble under pressure from omo supporters no na the car ababeto omo so ya kan we no man ba ko no free Croatia ba no Drasko ba ko no ko G FIFA scan dada no ye ba ya na ha situa okay Drasko Matic na ye ko ne ha na ebebo and Hearts of Folk supporters be match call stadium so mo coach ni coach o makọ baby yes broni tra bench akotko bete for no yes se broni tra bench akotko bete sa for no to mo mpre mani coach then surprisingly the news at the stage no coach ni be do training na room na police for instead of the police protecting Hearts of Folk coaches who go training, the police rather told the coaches, for your safety, call. Now, coach, they say, how? I am paid to work. And your mom is paying for interest as my bed, Juma. And one of who's a quano only man's over. So he insisted until, sir, Elijah can be more from Sano Mukani Penwos and Omusha Hill, and on Becca say, our coach, Odianyari Kofi.
Holiday
coach ni coffee no na is okay and match ni do oba behavi and almost send the message supporters na bu ofunti ma park okra na dia to aso na zia yinadi ono ko FIFA straight agisika eno na anya man sunti na nka we ho no
wow
ogisika and no Sunday me catch Hearts of Folk supporters ni bi say omo team na sem de chance ntwofo bebre nka ho asem no o kan ho asem na bi di watam but my catch say you twem was a level no say minim say asma America no I'm expressing my honest opinion yes any pakro no kra wodi watem no o trust di on say hey papa kanya nsem pa but ha ne say eh has atem ti no asem na bi obedi you twem za level me amfa me
yes sir
now no be catch say it seems the people managing has kotkofo no mpeso mgutim no okay
mekai pa
we famous quotation catch a letters one fan to code card so na mfa gwabo ntewate it seems that people managing Hearts of Folk are Kotoko fans who are bent on destroying the Hearts of Folk brand.
Wow. Are they?
So this man Rene Hiddink was signed on June 2024. In the month of June 2024.
Yeah.
And has a signed Papa
for 3 years.
And a woman a 3-year contract. So my technical director for my Hearts of Folk.
Yeah.
And June ya nanu etwami afẹ na bisapanyi enka yanya wanya afẹ na papa no ya adwuma na has esama no other responsibility say onye coach mfamo mokai so he was given the other responsibility to be a coach even though the contract no or sign contract to be a technical director
until 2023 enka waya adwuma 2 years
na mame enya de wa amano hade
okay.
Hearts name first batch of new technical team. Me read it.
Okay.
The board of Accra Hearts of Folk has made changes to the club's technical team. The reconstituted team will be led by Dutch technical brain Rene Hiddink. Kratawe about June 2024 yao.
Wow.
And almost say the first batch of technical appointees are Rene Hiddink, technical director with you. And Tisaka Tawe and Papa Neko.
And call FIFA no.
So they did not even employ him as the head coach. But not only head coach, the man was helping. Wow. Now so what Pamno as head coach. Meanwhile the contract on your head coach. Now when you Kotokudi na pese uguaza. Who take his decisions.
Wow.
Sanya Manchester City ni so man o manage Manchester United da. The United da ye ya, obi ani abri top players a wo mun to obi enya Man City ni na manage. Enya Liverpool ni na eto. Jerry Ajay Asare, goalkeepers coach. Sebastian Barnes, head of scouting. Carlos Kulu, welfare officer. Mercy Tego, head of Oaks and Mani team no more appointed. And Omuchocho and you made the Bible and take come the month of June 2024. Papa Iba, yes, a Makaya. Osas yeso pobima onem rantene ye yi kakra ye start season na omusi ya pam na papa nze da bi mom dimi pam ubetuma yi mi say o ma menya head coach ni bi eno kwa nyama dwuma mo be pam cho so menya mo bi ko mu ni bi enti go back to the krata na mo de now so my appointment no
na menya me technical director.
There is a difference between the mo na sign o so the mo go fa krata we fa krata so no bra. The reconstituted technical team includes Rene Hiddink, technical director, head coach. But the letter sacking him as the head coach of House of Oak. Mr. Mosley, they allow their supporters to give them pressure. Now they bat under the pressure. No more official football. Na nyata tiriana. Se se mraka on.
Mrebi dawo.
Na ni zata tebo nanka kotoko Ali Madonna miminchano. Wamo akofa fake obi ko huna Hans Kodrich.
Yeah.
Wamo ina ko magiska. Satan na sani manam se na FIFA na enyo. Se na nkofo na nko report o. Eti kotoko no wamo ampamo. But wamo to be frustrated wa na wa dwane na akwa en brother as won dwane from contract. Sana na has ye na twam. Eti besi wamo ye Drasco Matic ni bi no. Wo de ko FIFA o jisika minim sika o je ye. Ana papa iso ko ya buja panyi.
$150,000 near if hard to fucking chair.
Entry $150,000. $150,000 na bani. Mame enye mathematics bi ha emfa nkyere wade.
Okay.
Dollar ne the Bank of Ghana for ne kan enra chini nra nyam ko $1 enye no kore. Omo mo ye political show kuruma na azo mu suro omo nka nkyere omo. Ba bie ni wa omo 10.1 anu ko so $1 onya bi. Me ma kwa na enra me ma no 12.3 wo so onye eye 12.5.
Wow.
Me to $5,000 ayare.
Wow.
O se onje me pa me na bi oba bia me nkoto. Bank bia be ko okroma bia zo ni $1 ni bi. Eti me de 12.5 na be boade na nya Bank of Ghana for no paper na mo ba bonti na buza panyi. 12.5 na o de multiply 150 na. 18.7. 18 billion asem ne yeka no.
Wow.
Hearts of folk are expected to cough out 18 billion before August
August 8.
I'm so penny me say nipa no omo manage has no. They are acting like enemies of the club.
1,875,000.
That is how much they must pay to a coach who is onya adwuma biabo.
18.75 billion. Wow.
Well, the NG ama creative position ama Watara man office to go for the office what is that? Because he also follows suit. And they needed to do something. No, my must say no a special advisor to the board on special matters. An appointment Watara special appointment in charge of special project was they needed to create something because the moment Pam Watara Kim on also Abeko FIFA. Sanya na FIFA kasa ha sisi kaninya ezo mutua bana nyina muntua with fine emfama no.
Wow.
I'm saying this is a club. Ye nyini ne abeto House of Folk no. On the pitch and the house agility say there has agility or cars in FIFA. Not for footballing reasons.
Ni nyina so be anywhere you positive man.
Ya fine way. Kotua way sa branche ya body din agete o din.
Agete.
Ma hu ma chobo ba house. On only 100 and something thousand Ghana cedis. Me see deal no money new to be assigned. So now me JJ say has a time for the deal as a player or body division 1. Now the team never catch so deal be cry $1 million in tea. What's your young sign here turn 1 million? A besa chem
40%.
40-60. Na system go for the CCU. Say deal is now me calculate share no. I do be asking for $90,000. Has a 30,000 still yes it has yes I at the transfer ban at
$38,000
kyerɛ sɛ ɛdeɛ na moyɛ yi phobia ni House of Folk team ni when you know you have contract with people. Sometimes tell your supporters that for contractual relationship obligations there wouldn't you know. Says some more Carmontias and a chum.
The supporters you want to baby.
I'm the pay on my day. Penny for me sit down. A brother just come at it. As I'm by a positive for the police did not order the few supporters. No more new 10. And those were rental supporters. You could see so being at your moment now. Wow. So we are coaching because yes, brother in a trabanja because go back to phone. Rental supporters. And then all of a sudden, Alaja can be any odote APA. I hope I catch a coach in Zonengo. Now, coach is what bastard your behavior was my man supporters above. Supporters above the coach in one day. Meanwhile, that man, none of the result for us. None of the result for us. Folk, now yet check what baby. And it has been happening year in, year out. Today, people are taking on the clubs because they deserve someone else like contractors or respected contract.
Yes, sir.
Papa kept mentioning the chairman, which is Toby. And our friend, my name says Hannah, or do to represent Vincent, Ayoduti, or represent you known as no, may kind of jurisdiction. Papa referred to him as one SCU and a chairman here. Toby, but
the rally uncle.
I only see you more MD and as a GM no has on MD. But Papa, as I'm now, oh boy, no, or say only see you on the Casa, no above Vincent. Or so send email and they don't even reply. And not 2025.
Contacts you more
2025. What Pam will be a Pama Pam Pamno illegally. Was I send you as your own reply? No, I just said the Pacon or Quackwadakwa. Or my profile of Papa Mkofa, no. What coaching Rwanda national team da? What coaching Madis? When in Yane Gusedinko, Abramovich Adam for Gusedink na Chelsea which be an Okofanda, but in Yan. And there are people there. Omo and a young Ligan, your mom. Now, Oka said, Diana. Yes, Chelsea, and you're happy. A jump person muja grandpota kwai. Na kanya so mapɛ tax bi no maberu na Chelsea ko ba mo no nsia bi no odwane ko na Chelsea na tenase yes o contract na kase compensation plan ye say coaches ni bi ko bi compensation plan no monye unim so obi o ko trafia agreement ni say ubetua ni scan na one ne kan na akozi obenya adwuma so this say on je adwuma fofora unim say Antonio Eric Ten Hag ekoje Baliva kuza adwuma no na man you tua ka every week dia na ka tua eno ne nhyehyɛ awre na ya ugya no kwayo intervention so odote enim say contract now for papa 3 years or 8 months utwa mu no you needed to sit with him.
Wow.
What they are rough the easy way out na pin kamu dey what dey 3 months na yem fancy na bia ko 3 months na na dey si but what dey watwa contract ni mapam hura no and found ne lawyer as and you mail you don't reply.
He say $150,000. Hatch of Kovan, Ombeding.
Or more be pa Ombenya.
Sir.
Hey, I was a penny to Omuya. And none will be. Ya bear discuss the catchers and say, clubs are organ. Club a yellow liquid pie has a folk because of projects no more. None himself may assure some pay. Or catch an agent there and go for no more. Adi, or couple be on more artificial page by me and that. And no more swimming pool be the ha. And no more see way to go for the car. Salo mo ka catch romo. House of Folk because of a Japadi oye no. And this House of Folk club ne be go obey. Stand here in a bomb paisa class be. Because club a building who drew sa level na. And into a Queen's Park Rangers mo. Omo timi kwa ko a championship ni asan relegate omo. No mo call why but omo stadium. Omo bi anti club na e din se begu. Eti house renya club obey begu. Na sa house egu a supporter no be super but the obe super e to go after because on the sika shim supporter na come na shim but on the any sika investment partner of the pay club so they will pay but I'm saying say e bia Rene Hiddink nan ka bosu ya ka try about $5,000 say so time no na transfer na man 3 months and I the chairman pay $15,000 which will represent about 10% of how much you're going to pay now. Sometimes only parents na se club is a penny because a mutual consent in tino because can untua mum boom It will make 3 months. But every month be starting from month ya ukui. Mama was 5 na ojeno. Sana me de no matter mo ho ase. No one respects our contract no. Na ni pa ko baby. It is becoming one too many and observe you can correct. The earlier nipa bi supporters and your attention because any part so done. Coach so no. The better it will be for Accra folk. Openye dalali anku adiame. Bibia chese has you an on to me yet. And I see a man kwa man yet. It is what we free ho. Then the 2 trusted lieutenants of Togo Afede. They are the 2 trusted Mr. Nanzo talk. A forestry park and so for Musa. And Togo Abuja can't to buy a can of Sayan and go food in the Pakro. Or the co-chairman of African World Airlines, you know. Yeah. No pa TTV. Who says only one route up from Accra to Ouagadougou straight. Na Ujina Ouagadougou airport, Burkina. No commission. Africa, when you packet wow. Na born into the eye, Timka Togo some Bozano. I was a penny. Missing so ton of money, Chinya City, so Ujina Zunu. And what catcher has for the say. On we on no free wa. The next person is a casha has him pa, Vincent Odote. Na nipa ba ko trust the pan so ye alaja can be because emre bi o ka say mo nkoye estimate John Van Gogh clear po bi man ho nipa no di card estimate ne ban ka say 2 million Ghana cedis and cut to 20 billion o say ade a chi no pa no o ti say obi de afidia be so clear site ho obu say na alaja can be the budget buy no na enuru 20% of sikana mo de bre no etu ogire di pa. No mo pay Ibrahim Sarif no was one maniska alaji friend no gira chechima anybody no was to please the boys here not na bad here. Wow. I'm so penny makase san yo no omoyama no we win your trust ni nyuma no doors wo betimi bia sha omonza born dey o ma kire say dem mo in recent times on my born dem has folk na si anhwe ni yabusa penny ba bia keka kɔ no enti within your ball league has $38,000 to New Arabia's Meboa. And what you are 106,000 Ghana cedis. And look to the player. And what could you $150,000? And has a top player say. Your breaking league has a side player saying, you must say. No, I said we two now. Yeah, no clients. Me wa two. Because my catch also money. Dr. Pambo, Emma and my medical staff don't go here. I was a penny. Yanya boni say you. Nanya has ne koto konkwale pam coach do. Wamu crowd here be amudi enusa. Chelsea. Sir, be coach Graham Potter. Ena o the man five for Graham caretaker for. Ena Pochettino buy from Ena my abai. Nyamianza. How many years? So because all the stop gap for Lampard be coach me ebo season here be boa. Am so penny wo me form we sign mo ya pam mo ya pam Graham Potter. Ya pam Pochettino. What is say? Pochettino ni Chelsea gina UEFA and FIFA. Because Chelsea for what they ought to do. Sure. To be able to cancel the contract. Now be a Manchester for here. Wama pama in recent times. If it's over again, wama pams are what to be said. Obi the Manchester coach na FIFA so bajiskada. You do what is right. Coach pam there. Normal. Normal. Big club and the other coach. Quite a kwambe. Diana. Ya pam supporters of no. And now they are nipa kron ba chroka ta come FIFA. No the contract ni biaka ho. Na me dim say FIFA mail no dey on reply. Say papa no so or send here your reply. Me sure say we dey be on reply. FIFA say bye. I me ya papa kwai wo dey house na so me say they are behaving like enemies of the club and are taking hold of the club. And also everything possible no good team no. That's how they are behaving. But these are people who profess to love Accra. Profess. Wamo keka wani manya mesompa. Wamo pa mu anwoden. Wakeka nanim ade manya mesompa pa mu anwoden. Wamo yeso mo do house che obi a. Akambe no crowd wamo platform so ya no do atem. Supporters celebrity no wa your voice note. No they do atem because or do house che. Ba hwe e katwitwiri die Ya mo aso agu club no so busapanyi.
Osa busapanyi 18 billion pa.